Before I start this video, I feel like the title of this video, the thumbnail, and this warning right here, it's a complete spoiler warning. If you haven't seen Infinity War, do not watch this video. Objectively, most of you probably have by now, so I'm going to talk about it. And we are going spoilers, and there are spoilers for this film, so if you haven't seen the film, leave. Great, because if you're still here, you're an idiot. They all die. Every Avenger died! Wow, that got dark. At the end, when they all died, that was sad. I mean, you really think that happened? For those of you who haven't seen the movie, no, they don't all die. I'll just say that. So leave if you haven't seen the movie. You're wondering what this mark is? I just fell over at school and hit it. No big deal. Okay, so this film's open with a scene that I like, yet I halfway don't like. The problem with this scene in particular is because, we spent the last movie, we made all these new characters, we reinvented Thor, and we did all this stuff to Thor in general and Ragnarok at the end of it, and then we just destroyed it all. Wow, I feel like this film hates Ragnarok. It's kind of weird. Also, wondering why I use a different poster for Infinity War? It is because I can. Anyway, Thanos is on this ship and we really see how threatening it is. And another problem I don't like about this scene is when he kills Loki and everybody on the ship. This is clear Thanos isn't actually a very bad person. Because a lot of things that are clear in this movie is that he doesn't kill if he doesn't have to. And seemingly Loki doesn't get in his way, does he? He almost kills him. Okay, I guess Thanos could have killed Loki, it would have worked. But I felt that to be a bit weird. Also, when Thanos has his helmet on for a little bit. Also, Xandar, I wanted to see the Xandar battle where I wanted to see him do something with Xandar. I guess he didn't, so who cares? We were at the very beginning that Xandar was decimated, so yeah. And the Hulk is, there's one line, right at the beginning when Thor's, there, he's, about to die, and then Loki's just, so Thor, there's just the beginning scene, it's awesome. And then, so Thor's on the ground, and then, Thanos is just talking, he grabs Thor's head, and Thor says, "You talk too much." I love that line so much. And then, Thor goes, Thor's like, "Loki, give me the Tesseract." And then Thor's like, "We don't have the Tesseract, it was decimated on Asgard." And then Loki just pulls out the Tesseract, and then Thor's like, "You are the worst brother ever." I love that line. Also, this background. This is the last video with this background, and I'm happy to say that. Because now I can shift away from Marvel. I mean, I'm getting a bit tired of talking about Marvel. Next is going to spend forever talking about Star Wars. I'm kidding. The next release is even a spin-off film. I'll talk about Star Wars when Star Wars 9 comes out, okay? Next, I'm just going to review the movies I see, because in May is a big month for me seeing movies, whatever. And then, another thing I didn't like is when what's his name? Thanos destroys the ship. Why does he do that? He doesn't feel like, he doesn't want to kill everyone. He wants to kill half the people. So I feel like this beginning scene is just out of character for him. He even gives a whole monologue before he kills Stark. Or sort of, almost kills Stark. He gives a whole monologue. And then the beginning of the film, then Heimdall teleports Hulk to Earth, and then Hulk arrives at the Doctor Strange place, and there's a hilarious joke there. Also, we have to say Heimdall dies. I knew Heimdall was gonna die. When Heimdall's sitting there, and then he teleports him, I'm like, "You're dead." And when Loki's walking up and he's making the whole monologue to Thanos, and the knife comes through his hand, I'm like, "You're dead." Also, how did Thanos stop the knife? There's no one there. So, this scene is weird to me because he does the knife, and he, almost kills Thanos, but how did Thanos stop it? He has the Power Stone in the Space Stone at that time. He couldn't do that. That just didn't make any sense to me because, I was going to say maybe the rest of the Black Order did it, but there's one Black Order character who used telekinesis, and his telekinesis doesn't turn the things he grabs blue, and the blade became blue. So I don't know what happened. But when he was getting choked, I was like, "Oh, I liked you, Loki." Well, I guess we're at the end of the Marvel Universe, so, yeah. And then we have our whole scene where, Hulk gets teleported back down to Earth, he goes into the Sanctum with Doctor Strange, and then he goes, Thanos is coming, and then the doctors look at each other, and then Avengers Infinity War. That was really cool. When the Avengers Infinity War logo just span on, I was like, yeah, I love it. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Actually, I'm not legit joking. Before this movie started, there's a guy in a seat in a little bit in front of us, and he goes like that. He stands up, he goes, "Now have your attention, everybody. I have pooped my pants." I cringed, but I just went, woo! I thought it was really dumb, but I can tell it's a dare. Dude, you had everybody focusing on you. Say something, like, creative. What if you said, like, F Marvel and just flipped everybody off? It would be hilarious. Because everybody in that theater loves Marvel because they're seeing Infinity War on, like, opening night. Anyway, after the Infinity War logo comes on, then we see Pepper and Iron Man talking, then you have that whole thing. Then Doctor Strange teleports out, and then he's like, congratulations on the wedding. And I like that scene. And then they teleport back, then Doctor Strange does a whole monologue on the Infinity Stones, or Wand does it, whatever. And then they have this whole battle there. And one thing I didn't like was the Black Order. Period. They were all just kind of dumb CGI idiots. Luckily, none of them did much, but yeah. In fact, the one that's kind of creepy and unsettling is the one that's like the telekinetic guy. I didn't like him because he's just too powerful, but he was pretty creepy because he just looked creepy. And then he goes like, "Congratulations, you are being destroyed by the Man-Titan Thanos." And then like Doctor Strange comes up and he's like, "You're trespassing on Earth's territory." And then Iron Man says, by far, one of the best, probably the second or third best line in this entire film is, it means "get lost, Squidward." That line really works for the whole Infinity War spoilers without context. So you can just show a picture of Squidward, you can show a picture of Rabbit, and you can show a picture of Bubbles. I'll explain all those later. So you have this really epic showdown. Spider-Man comes in, and then we have our Stan Lee cameo where he's driving the bus. That was funny and cool, because he said that you guys have never seen a spaceship before? I like that, because it really demonstrates that maybe he is the Watcher. If that isn't in Avengers 4, I'm going to scream. So yeah, then we have our whole scene in there. We have our whole action scene there. Spider-Man's in. It's all fun. It's awesome. It was a really cool action scene. Then they capture Doctor Strange, so Iron Man goes up to the spaceship that came, and so does Spider-Man. So yeah, now they have to save Doctor Strange in the Time Stone. I feel like Thanos has the most trouble getting the Time Stone, because he has so many fights to fight over the Time Stone. Even though when he already has 3 Infinity Stones on his gauntlet, he should just end them. So yeah, then we get introduced to our Guardians of the Galaxy. By far, like, when it came on, it just said space, and then the Guardians of the Galaxy came on, I was just like, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. And Rubber Band Man's playing. That was good. And we have them all sing. It was great. I loved that scene. And then they come to the place where Thor is. They get Thor on the ship, and then they talk to Thor. And I love this scene because Star-Lord's just so jealous of Thor. That scene was by far one of the best in the movie. And the second, so I said the 3 best lines were, one of them was "Get lost, Squidward." The next best line in this film comes up, and that is when Thor goes to Rocket, "The rabbit is correct." That line, that was perfect. So yeah, then they have this whole thing talking to them. Star-Lord's jealous of Thor. It was awesome. So then now they're going to find Thanos, and yeah. Now don't get mad at me if I lose track of where this film goes next, because then we have one of the Black Order killed, the creepiest, which I'm fine with because I don't really care about him. So then we have him killed, and now we are we're on the spaceship, and we have a cool alien reference. I liked that. Yeah, but the kid's seen more movies than you. And then Doctor Strange has this line in here that really plays in later in the film, and that is, if it comes to you or the kid and the Time Stone, I'm picking the Time Stone. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. So then they arrive on Titan. I don't know why they went to Titan. I don't know why Titan was involved, because, well, I think Titan's involved because the next Infinity Stone is there, and they're going to track it down to there. Now, a lot of people are wondering, how does Thanos know where all the Time Infinity Stones are? And I believe he's somehow psychologically connected to them, because he somehow goes to Titan for one of the Infinity Stones. How would he have any idea it's on Titan? It would make sense that he'd know that the Power Stone's on Xandar, but how would he know the other one's on Titan? Whatever, who cares? Then the Guardians of the Galaxy, I need to talk about another scene. With the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Reality Stone scene, the Reality Stone sucks. He can change reality! Come on! Well, so can I. See, look, I'm gonna change reality. See, now my channel has, 1 million subscribers. If you looked, you're an idiot. I'm kidding. You're not an idiot for watching this video in the first place. So yeah, then the Guardians of the Galaxy go to the Collector's place, and Thanos actually makes a whole background, and it's like, no, none of that happened. And then when Star-Lord's about to shoot Gamora, because, she knows something, we don't know what, but she knows something, and she's holding Gamora, and then he's like, about to shoot him, and then a bunch of bubbles come out, and then Thanos just goes, I like him. And then takes Gamora away. So now, once again, doesn't make sense why the Guardians even went to Titan, but who cares, because we got to see Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Iron Man meet with the Guardians of the Galaxy, except for Gamora. Then we have the scene with the Soul Stone where they go to this planet, which all your theories are freaking incorrect. No one even knew it was going to be there. So they go to that planet, and then they go to the edge of a cliff, and then Red Skull was there. That was really cool, because then I was like, I rewatched the scene of Red Skull's death, and I was like, yeah, the beam went into the air. It makes sense that he teleported away. Even though he played, a little to no role in the film. And then when one of the best scenes in the movie when Gamora's like, Thanos, no, you love no one. You can't get this Infinity Stone. Yes! And then he starts crying, and then he shoves Gamora off the cliff. What I love about the scene is that it humanizes Thanos. Because Thanos isn't just some blue alien attempting to destroy the universe. No, he's an actual guy with good intentions. I really liked that scene. I thought it was really cool. So after that scene, now Thanos has 3 Infinity Stones. Yeah, he has 3, right? No, he has 4. Freaking 4. God, he has 4 Infinity Stones by this point. Then we have our awesome Titan battle with the Guardians of the Galaxy and all the Avengers. They're all just fighting. That was a cool scene. I loved that scene. That's probably one of the best action scenes in the film. God, I really got off track. So there's multiple plot lines, and so it's hard to get separated. Okay, Vision and Scarlet Witch, I guess, are now girlfriend and boyfriend, or maybe husband and wife. I don't know. Maybe fiance. I don't know. I hope they were not, because they both die. So yeah, they're gonna get attacked because Vision has the stone in his head. So then the Captain America with one of the most awesome entrances in the scene, he comes and he just wrecks the Black Order who's trying to capture them. That scene was really cool because the Avengers team comes on. I'm like, yeah! Oh, the only problem is never watch clips in a movie. Why? Because with that scene was spoiled for me because it's in a clip. But the problem with making that scene a clip is that it ruined it because I knew Captain America was going to come in. Because when they went down to the building, I was like, oh crap, that's where that scene is in the clip. I thought it was in Wakanda, but whatever. Also, that one scene when the staff, in the trailer when the staff is going to, on Vision's head, you thought that's how they were going to take it out? You didn't think Thanos was just going to rip it out? So yeah, then they get taken, Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon take him and take Vision and Scarlet Witch, and they all go to one of the coolest entrances in this movie, where I loved it. I was just like, yes! Because when they go to this scene, they go to Wakanda, and then you see the Black Panther, and then the music from, the drums from Wakanda, and then that scene, I was like, I want to see Black Panther again. I hope I do, because that movie was freaking great. So now we're in Wakanda, and then Winter Soldier gets his new arm, and it's completely awesome. Okay, what's next? So then we go back to, maybe a few things that happened earlier, and then we have our epic final shot. I might have missed something. We also forgot Thor makes his axe, because Groot and Rocket go on a side quest to go make an axe that can kill Thanos. And one thing I liked about the scene is Groot made himself use it. Groot was awesome in this film. Not only was he, so good, he was just so good. Groot's always the star of the Guardians. He's always the best one, because let's take the first Guardians. He was just kind of this fun guy. I just really liked him in the first Guardians. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he's the most adorable creature in history. In cinematic history. Yeah, screw Porgs. Screw Ewoks. Marvel, you did it again. Now, okay, there's one thing I really did not like in this film. Well, there's this thing I forgot. At the beginning of the film, just one thing I forgot. When Loki goes, like he's talking to Thanos, also, we have a Hulk. I loved that scene. Because it's referencing back to the Avengers. I love that. So then they make their axe, and Peter Dinklage came in. I knew he was going to be in the Marvel Universe, not at the very end, but I loved it because he's a great actor, and I was like, he needs to be in the Marvel Universe. And he was, and I loved it. So yeah, then they make the axe, and then Groot makes the handle of the axe. So now they have the axe that can kill Thanos, and now it works as another Thor hammer. Now here's a response pretty much to Epic Voice Guy's reaction to Infinity War. Because one thing he said was, why did we even make the axe if we just learned that Thor has lightning powers? Well, can thunder kill a guy with every Infinity Stone? No. That's why that would work, because the axe can kill. So yeah, then we have our epic Wakandan battle. That was super cool and super awesome. I loved how just big it was. Then, yeah, it was a pretty cool battle. Then we have Thanos versus Guardians and Avengers. And I love that battle too, because it was just so cool, chaotic, and awesome. Nebula comes in because... Why did she even go? How does everybody know everything's on Titan? Why? So yeah, we have our epic Titan battle, we have our epic Wakandan battle, and then when Thor enters into Wakanda, he goes, bring me Thanos! I love that scene. It was probably the most the most awesome entrance in the Marvel Universe. This film has 3 of the most awesome entrances. When Iron Man's new suit, I need to talk about it. It's so awesome! His new, I guess, like, technology where it can regenerate, that was so cool. Yeah, I loved it. Captain America's got his new shields, and they were awesome. The Wakandan battle was super cool, and I loved it. Then, after Thanos, he, like, pretty much defeats all the Guardians and all the Avengers, and then he stabs Iron Man, and I was like, oh yeah, he's supposed to die, and I was like, and then they made this really emotional, he's like, Mr. Stark, I honor you. In reward, I'll let half of humanity still exist. I do hope they remember you. Those who survive, I hope they remember. That scene is just so cool because someone respecting their enemy is good. And then Doctor Strange gives up the Time Stone to Thanos. And what I love about that scene is because that scene faces the moment of accept reality. Accept it. Like, remember he went through 14 million outcomes? And it was like, how many do we win? 1. And that 1 is giving the Time Stone to Thanos because one of us will survive. That scene was so cool. So then Thanos comes to Wakanda and he wrecks everybody. And also one thing I didn't like, why is the Hulk nowhere in this film other than the opening scene? Like, that was just pointless. My sister said it was to make Hulk feel like Bruce Banner can be a hero without being the Hulk, but when he gets into the mech, it felt pointless. Like he even trips and he just kind of messes up in the Hulkbuster. It's just, he didn't feel heroic ever. Until he kills one of the Black Order. All the Black Order dies in this film, yeah. So yeah, and then our epic scene where Thanos wrecks everybody on Wakanda, and then Thor comes down from down there, and then he stabs the axe right into Thanos' chest. And then Thanos is dying, and then... Alright, wait. And I said get lost, Squidward was the third best line in this film. Let's see. The rabbit is correct. The Thor generally calling Rocket a rabbit is the second best, and the best line in this film is when Thanos says, "You should have gone for the head." And then he flicks and then he wins. And then when this scene comes on, I was like, are they all dying? I was in shock. I didn't think that was going to happen. Believe it or not, all the Avengers you thought were going to die didn't die. They were all dying, and then when Black Panther died, I was like, oh, they're not dead forever, are they? I think it'd be cool to make Black Panther gone forever. Reason why is because I know there's a Black Panther sequel confirmed, but if you made that Black Panther sequel a prequel, then that would just bring more emotion. I think the King of Wakanda needs a more honorable death. You know, you might think that they randomly chose the heroes that would die, but no. They actually chose these heroes for good reason. One, they killed some of them. I feel like shouldn't have died. Like, I feel like Wanda shouldn't have died. But Black Panther dies because Oka, his guardian, Okai, whatever. She feels responsible for his death. Captain Bucky dies because Captain America now has something to hate for Thanos. He feels the wrath of Thanos. Everybody in this film feels the wrath of Thanos. And then Nebula doesn't die because Gamora died. Now she's mad at him. She wants to kill Thanos now. And when Spider-Man's death, that got me in tears. That was the scene that got me. When Spider-Man's like, I don't feel so good. And then he's on the ground and he goes, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. That scene, like, really got me because he's just a kid. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna cry thinking about it. Don't judge. Alright, I'm good. So then Thanos has this one scene at the end where Scotland gets destroyed for reasons. I think maybe wiping out half the universe, wiped out half his gauntlet, I guess? I don't know. Does he get to choose who dies? Because why didn't he just let all the Avengers die if he gets to choose? And believe it or not, everyone you thought who was going to die didn't die. And when, in one of the scenes where I was like, oh, no! When Wanda destroys Vision's stone, and then Vision dies, and then Thanos is like, I can understand your pain. And then Wanda says, you'll never understand. He goes, you're right. He uses the time stone, and he reverses time on Vision. I was like, no! And then he rips the stone out of his head, and then Vision's corpse is really sad, actually. And then he has all 6 Infinity Stones. That scene got me. And then when Groot dies, you don't have to make me cry twice over Groot. Not twice, Marvel! Okay, I went crying again, but I'm good now. Each hero has someone who dies and they're gonna feel responsible then they're gonna hate Thanos. And the ending line where there's baby Gamora, and then he's like, and she's like, did you do it, Dad? He's like, yes. And she's like, how much did it cost you? And then Thanos says, everything. So yeah, that was Avengers Infinity War. Now, if you want me to put it where I put it on the Marvel scale, I almost put this film at number 2 on the Marvel scale because I still really like Civil War. But no, it's better than Civil War. That's right, Avengers Infinity War is my favorite Marvel film. I give it a 10 out of 10, so yeah. I feel like it was just so good, so epic, so well done. It brought me to tears. It just hit me where I live. That's why this film should have been awesome-tacular, Jeremy Jones. It's like the prime example of an awesome-tacular film. The film got me. There's nothing I really didn't like except for when Bruce Banner's in the Hulkbuster. I hated that. It just looks so fake. It looks like Photoshop. Jeez. Other than that, great movie. If you haven't seen Infinity War, you need to see it. You've seen it. You watched this review. So yeah, Avengers Infinity War is my favorite Marvel film. It's the most dark, most intense, most awesome, most cool, most epic Marvel film yet. I'm really excited for part 2. I feel like part 2 will really be the end. I feel like part 2 will be like the big film. I feel like part 2 is just going to be bigger. So yeah, this is my last video with this background. I'll take it down right after this video. So yeah, what do you guys think on Avengers Infinity War? And you can do spoilers in the comments. I would like to see a cool spoiler discussion on what do you guys think was the saddest death in Infinity War? Let me know in the comment section below, and do not forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Sorry, a weird editing thing happened there. It's no big deal. See ya!